opportunity of being invited to this great institution this evening. Whenever I have opportunity of being invited, occasions like this, for me, especially when Nigerian and Africans are involved, is an opportunity of saying thank you for being representative and ambassadors of our dear country and continent. Yesterday, I was in Strasbourg, in France, talking to the European Parliament. And I did mention to them that Africa, indeed Nigeria, remains the last frontier for global development. Because today everybody knows that Africa and country like Nigeria holds enormous resources that is needed for tomorrow. Africa is the second biggest continent by land size, second by population, holds the highest amount of natural resources of any continent, but most importantly, has a huge population of young people that can drive production for tomorrow. But it remains a continent of poverty for reasons. And when I look at the topic today that we're going to discuss, bridging the gap. So I was coming here, I was discussing with my colleague that I said, bridging the gap. But they are the bridge, so they should be the one telling me what to do and everything. And I came in and I said, maybe I just do a few introduction and we do a conversation. Because with that, I learn from you. Looking at the future of our continent today, looking at the future of Nigeria today, nobody stands a better chance to help in that bridging the two worlds, in that bringing change, than you. Because you know what is happening there, and you're opportune to be where they call first world. We're in the third world. So there's nothing I can tell you except to learn from you. I did tell your colleagues outside, I said, I've had opportunity like you are going to some of the best schools, but mine was different. I was actually trying to know where they have a different brain than what we had when I was going to those schools. And after that, then I decided, so you hold a key, a critical key to unlocking what is happening there. Because you are here experiencing what it means to have a leadership that is competent, a leadership that has capacity, a leadership that has the character, a leadership that has the compassion and commitment to change the society. And then you look back in your own continent and country, you're seeing the opposite. Everything you study is bad news. That led me to what I did, my tweet on Monday. I said, are we cost? Are we the cost? Because there must be something wrong. So you are the ones that are going to bring that which you're seeing, which you're going to bring what you're studying, that knowledge, to become part of that change. So that's why I said you're the bridge. You are the ones that are going to say, well, listen, we cannot do it this way. We're going to leverage what you're studying here. Otherwise, education is not about just going to school. It is about being able to use what you've learned in building a better society, in contributing to a better society. If you don't do that, your education is wasted. So you are the bridge. You are the people who are going to help us through advocacy, through involvement, through this and everything. When we talk about somebody being governor, being minister, being this, you don't need to be in those positions to be part of change. You don't need to be. When I was governor, people will often ask me, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do this? And I said to them, no. I was able to do that because that's how I live my life. I was able to do that because that is what I realized, what I was able to learn in those schools that I've been. So I can say no to this. We cannot do this. You cannot do this. You cannot do this. So I didn't become governor and just start cutting the cost. But because I live here, I've seen people in offices here, I've seen people come to great schools where I have been to lecture. I was opportune. In my days, I met George Soros in London School of Economics here. When he came to lecture us, I met people like Bill Gates in Harvard. I met Warren Buffett in Canada. So when I've seen these people walking like normal human beings, when I went to back and people are trying to turn me into Superman, I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. These people who had this opportunity have lived a normal life. In fact, as governor, if you look at it, I won the Bill Gates Prize for health. It was one of those. There were about 4 of us that won that. And Bill Gates came to Nigeria. We had an appointment with him for 4 p.m. Of course, because of the way I did, by 3:45 we were there. But what is shocking, 2 of us came late. And when they went by 3:30, he was already seated waiting for us. And one of us said, listen, it's not the world richest man. Look at how this man is. So he's a human being. And was behaving. Meanwhile, those of us whose country was not worth anything came late and was even coming with some people who were constituting nuisance to the world. When he just walked down from his room in Hilton, I was sitting down and waiting for him. So that's what you're going to bring. You're going to bring that civility and order. You're going to be able to say, no, this is wrong, this is right. This is how we can build a society. We have learned what does it make a society to develop. Today we talk about development. What is the critical areas we need to invest? Everybody knows that today you talk about development, the first thing you need to invest in is education. The more a country is educated, the more developed they are. So why are we not investing in that? We're not going to be talking about building physical infrastructure without building the human infrastructure, without that physical infrastructure. Everybody knows that countries that, when you talk about development, you talk about human development index, we're going to talk about health. What is your life expectancy? I met, when I was in European Union yesterday, somebody said, oh, I'm from Luxembourg. Oh, I'm from Monaco. I'm from this. And I said, you have the highest life expectancy. You have this and everything. And what is it that they're doing that is different? Why don't we do the same thing? That becomes the critical. So you are that bridge, that issue, that topic you want me to discuss. How do we power and inspire change? It begins with you, without being in office. Leave those titles that you see. Before you get there, your behavior, your conduct, your character, everything is what it will inspire people. It's what makes a difference in society. Where you see that people, simple things, people are queuing up here and somebody jumps the queue and you say, no, it's wrong. It's right. When you start doing that, it makes all the difference. It changes society. As governor, I West Side people, I had a young girl in JS1, Junior Secondary School 1. I came to their secondary school. I promised them I was going to do something within 3 months. Because I went to all the schools, all the senior prefects, had my phone number, everything, and I promised them I'm going to do this. By the time we come back in January, I was there sometime in October. In January, I came to that local government. I didn't do that. For one reason or the other, they didn't bring it up. So we didn't do it. We came to that local government in January. I saw the principal, everything, everybody. How are you? Your Excellency, everything is okay. Everything is good. But I haven't fixed that in a promise. And when I said, question time, this young little girl in front of me raised her hand. And I said, let me start with this little daughter of mine. And he said to me, Governor, why do you make promises you don't keep? And guess what happened? The principal and everything ran to stop her. And she started crying. I said, no. Maybe she has a problem. Maybe there was a promise I didn't keep. So I want to learn that promise I didn't keep. And he told me, he said, listen, you came to her school. She was right. But other people were calling me His Excellency. His Excellency is supposed to be an example, excellent person people can emulate. They didn't have the courage she had to say I was wrong. And I said to the commissioner, we must give her the check with the apology. And we ran around. Within 2 or 3 hours that I was there, I got a check and give her. The same place when everybody came and carried her and was dancing out of the hall. But they didn't have the courage to say to me, you were wrong. They were busy calling me His Excellency. So that excellency is not a title. It is something that differentiates you from the society. Something that has to go with productivity, with character, with behavior, with compassion. So it's not just, oh, it's excellence, excellence for what? You people are here, you know what it means for when someone have excellence. You have to have pass, good, very good, best, the first. So to reach that, it is not a title, it is work. So you don't have honorable. Honorable for what? You don't have distinguished. Why would you be distinguished from other people when you're competent? So what distinguishes you from other people? When you don't have the capacity, when you have compassion, you have the commitment or character to have that. That's what you're going to bring. That's what makes a difference in society. So leadership, that leadership and power to inspire change. Is what is lacking today in Africa. You can't inspire change when you're stealing public money. You can't. You can't inspire it when you're not doing the right thing. When you're not showing in critical, verifiable evidence how you're managing public money. So people say to me, oh, why are you doing this? Oh, why are you doing this? Oh, why are you trying to cut this cost of this? Why are you doing that? Then I say, listen, we must do things differently. Because we need to educate our people. We need to do this. It's not an easy thing. If you follow me when I was in office and everything, and I got changed to be in politics from school like you. If you follow me when I did this, you will see that it wasn't easy. I was quarreling with everybody. Nobody was happy with me. I always said that one of my greatest supporters today used to be a president then. I come into his office and say, Peter, nobody's happy with you. Nobody. What type of person are you? Everybody I've met, not one person is happy with you. Times he was French said, leave my office. And I go to the chief of staff, who would always do it. And he said, can't you see Mohammed? You're fond of this boy, but nobody's happy with him. Things are pregnant. No, the people don't look at my manifesto. I never promised happiness. We all have our business. We have people who are in the entertainment industry whose job is to make people happy. So why would someone like you who say, I'll fix education, I'll fix health, turn to start making people happy? What would the video, the people, and the flavor, what would they be doing if I'm not going to start making people happy? I don't sell ice cream. I'm a government. So people are bound to be. Because of it, I was removed from office twice. Moved. Please. Go quarrel with people, come back, everything. People want to have offices that don't make me essays, this, that. People want to travel with me. People want to work with my wife. And they wonder why should you're the only governor without office of first lady. And I said to them, I live with my wife. She never campaigned to be anybody, to be anything. So why would I create an office for her? Public money, budget public money, even have advisors. What are they advising her? How to live with me, how to do anything. Now two of us live together. Two of us are very close. It's the closest friend I have. Everybody knows that. But she never wanted. Today you will see me saying I want to be president. Have you ever seen my wife say she wants to be president? No. So if I win, she will be the president's wife. Not have another office that's the office of first lady. She's already first lady by name, but not office. Because there's no such office. The office is me. And that's it. So when we stop now, people who benefit from it create their own confusion. That's what we try to do. For me today, I enjoy you to be part of this change. It's your society. Some of you will get great jobs there. Some of you will be in position. But remember, you are part of that country. You are part of that continent. And you will be part of changing it. And changing it is not sophisticated. It is just by people doing simple, good things. Doing the right things and saying, no, this is wrong, this is right. We have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this. And that's what I'm telling to the European Union, we don't need aid, we need leadership. We have what it takes. Africa is a great continent. Nigeria is a great continent. There is nothing, and I can say to anybody, having been everywhere, we have far more to make us a great country than most countries today admire or live in. So thank you for the opportunity of this introduction. Thank you very much.